Hi, this is a review of the Mid V8 purchased from MerryMobiles.com. This is an 8-inch 4x3 form factor, 800 by 600 resolution. It is running the WM8650 VIA chip at 800 megahertz. Has 256 megabyte of DDR2 RAM and has a 2 gig built-in NAND flash, and it is resistive single touch. And this device is actually pretty much the cousin, or even the twin, of the Mid V7, which I'm showing here. They have the same hardware inside, it's just the screen that's different. This is a 7-inch, 16 by 9 resistive single touch, but as you can see they look pretty much identical, and the bonus to the Mid V8 is you get a lot more screen real estate. But if we put them up, they're about the same thickness, but actually the Mid V8 is a little thinner. It's the thinnest tablet I've received so far. You can see on the sides there. And with this tablet, you get a home button here, or actually it works as a back button. There's a camera. Again, you have your screen. On the top, you've got a power button and a volume rocker. Nothing on this edge, nothing on this edge. And then on the bottom, you have the speaker output here, and there are actually 2 speakers here, so it puts out a lot of volume. You have the power, micro SD. This is a port, kind of a connector port, and they do give you a USB cable, which I'll show you in a second. This is a reset switch, and here is a headphone jack. So that's the device in a nutshell on the outside. It does come with a USB cable with the adapter needed, and it comes with a standard power supply right there. I actually put labels on mine because I have so many tablets, but you can see AC adapter, 9 volt with a little round connector pin. And actually the power supply for the Mid V8 works also for the Mid V7. And this tablet is a budget entry-level tablet. It is under $100 in cost, and really gives you a lot of bang for your buck. So let's go ahead and get it booted up. And I am running, I'm not running the stock ROM. I'm running Modroid version 7, which was originally made for the Mid V7, or that whole line of devices, but I've been able to modify it and put in a new NVBoot file, so it runs on the Mid V8. So we got a nice custom ROM, which works a lot better than the stock ROM. Again, this is running the Modroid V7 ROM. I've also added some additional programs that aren't in the stock one and the normal. This is running Android 2.2. It's also running Flash evaluation version. You won't be able to put Flash 10.1, 10.2, 10.3 on these devices, but it does come with Flash, a working version of Flash. The boot time for the Modroid ROM takes a little bit of time to boot, but it is running the latest Econ firmware, which is the kind of the parent subgroup overhead. There's a lot of Econ devices. The version on this is 1.5.1 for the firmware. And just to show you another tablet while this is booting, this is the Mid 816R2. This is a much higher performance tablet, capacitive 2-point touch. You see you got some more buttons here, camera. This is running the Samsung processor, and costs about twice as much as the Mid V8, but for that money you get a processor that's able to pretty much play any game you want to play. It does better with videos and everything that way. So if you're looking for a higher performance device with a little more cost, the Mid 816R2 is a good option. But if you're looking for a nice budget entry-level tablet that'll let you do ebooks, websites, and basic things that way, and a couple basic games, the Mid V8 is a good option. So as you can see here, it's giving me 2 options for a bootloader. That's because I added the ADW launcher. I just find I like it better. And as you can see, it also allows me to do a lot more icons on the screen. So this will take just a second here. Now the less stuff you have on your desktop, the faster the unit will be. So you kind of have a trade-off of having more initial access and views versus a little better performance. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go to the settings. So we're going to hit menu, and you have menu volume controls up here. Again, this is a back button, and you have power and volume. So to do menu or home, you have to be able to use this top bar unless you install a program like Button Savior, which gives you these little guys out on the side here. There it is. And you can hit menu on there. Because the Modroid does come with root capability. So we hit allow. And now we can pull up the menu. Or probably can. Well, let's get back to the review. So we're going to the settings. Settings. Let's go to About Device. And you can see here Modroid V7, WM8650, Android 2.2, and the firmware was dated 7/8/2011. Now also in here you have touch panel calibration, your date and time settings, language keyboard, all the usual options you would see on pretty much any Android tablet, your wireless network controls, sound, display. So Android 2.2, and I've got a program called System Panel here loaded, which keeps track of the stats of the device. Also shows you what's running and allows you an end all on there, so you can stop a lot of the programs from running that are just eating up resources. And let's go ahead and just show you the browser. I use Dolphin Browser HD. I just find it works better, has tabs, and plays all the content. Basically gives you a full-featured browser versus the stock one. And I've got some bookmarks here we're going to go to. We'll go out to Mary Mobiles real quick. And we got our website loaded here. I don't want to follow on Twitter though. Okay, so as you saw, Mary Mobile's loaded, and a lot of people ask about Flash and the capabilities of Flash. So I've got a, let's go to Facebook. Now Wi-Fi signal on this device, not as good as some of the other devices in terms of signal strength. But obviously it's working, everything's going fine. So here I've loaded up a program, it's Infinite Realms on Facebook, Facebook app. And as you can see, it loads up. Obviously you probably aren't going to play anything that's too action-packed on this device, but with this, I mean, I can click on, you know, the different items. Pull up. There we go. So as you can see, it does play Flash and Flash apps, even on Facebook. So if there's something in particular that you want to play, you know, you can always give it a shot. So let's also try the Wi-Fi analyzer here, just to show you kind of the Wi-Fi signals in the area. And there you have it. Now the mid-816 device does see a couple more wireless devices in the area. That's why I say signal strength isn't quite as good on this device as some others, but it is very tolerable and gets the job done. And I've got Amazon Market on here. Later. So as you can see, the Amazon App Store runs. So if you get your free apps for the day, you can also download other apps on here. And go home, show you the Android Market. And I'm going to change this to default now. Okay, Android Market. And you see you have both paid and free apps. So that's always good. Games. And it does have the newer Android market on it. And Adobe Reader. A lot of people ask about PDFs and how well the unit works with that. So I've got two things here. I've got a book, Tale of Two Cities. And as you can see, it's loading up here. So it is readable. You know, works just fine with PDF. And then I've got a graphic novel here, a comic for others. And you can see it loads up. And works just fine. So that's Adobe. We also have Aldico. And again, overall, this device, it's a great device for the money. If you're just getting your feet wet with Android and you don't think you're going to play a lot of games or do a whole lot of video watching, this device will really do what you need to as an internet and ebook kind of tablet. So right now I've got it on day-night mode. It's on nighttime mode, so black background. And you can adjust the brightness along the side here. And then we can change it day-night. And back to a white background with black text. And again, you can adjust the brightness to make it easier on your eyes. Now, let's go ahead and just show you that YouTube works also. Search. And we'll just open up this FAQ one. And as I said, the volume on this device is really good because, again, it has two little speakers down here. And this is one of my FAQ videos. This particular video is just going to be about what my personal preferences are in programming. As you can see, I like ADW, using it in the video too. We're going to turn that volume down a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and show you Rock Player. And go down to my test videos here. And we'll start with the 480p MPEG in hardware decoding mode. And as you'll see, the video plays pretty smooth, although this particular file isn't outputting the audio. It might just be a codec issue. The video's good there. Now if we go to like a 480p MP4, we'll get audio, but the video is going to be a little stuttering, as you can see. And if we do a 720p MPEG, and there may be some other codecs out there that work, you can see a little stuttering there. Now I have played like a downloaded standard definition TV show of like Chuck or you know, something that you can get on like torrents, and that did play smoothly enough to watch without any real stuttering, and the audio was in sync. So that's YouTube and Rock Player. We've also got Angry Birds here, everybody's favorite game. Let that load up. And again, as I said before, the speakers on this device are loud. We've got it at half volume right now. If I bump this up, I mean, it's decent. And with Angry Birds, you have to play it with the backgrounds off, the animated background, because it does slow the device down too much. But, as you can see, we got our little piggy there. Launch our bird. Big dies. So, in closing, for this device, I guess my end review is, as I've said through it, great device for web pages, ebooks, you know, downloading some apps, email, everything that you would want to do, kind of text-based and some light graphics-based. If you're looking for a machine for hardcore, you know, playing any game that you want, or the latest games like Heavy Gunner and things like that, this isn't going to be the device for you. But at under $100, it's a great value. Love the 8-inch 4x3 form factor versus, again, the mid V7's 7-inch 16:9. Personal preference. I just like the extra screen real estate. And that's the device. Hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have other questions, toss it in the comments, or check us out on the forum, which you'll see the link on the bottom. You can find a lot of support information there, and also if you have any questions. Have a great day. Bye.